Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wondersnatch. Today I'm starting a new series of videos. I've been trying to think about what to do after I finish my color series. I started this channel because I wanted to challenge myself to do different things, and I think the color series really helped me learn about using different colors and different techniques. So now I want to do something different, okay? I've always wanted to follow makeup tutorials, so with this first video, I'm going to follow one of my favorite drag queens for the moment. She just released a makeup tutorial with Vogue, and it's Gigi Goode. So let's get started. I have a video going up right here, and I'm watching it on my phone. And here she is.
Good morning, love. This is Gigi Goode from season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
And she's going to be doing the look that she did for the Madonna Rusical from season 12.
This is a get ready with me video. Today I'm going to be recreating my look from the Madonna Rusical with her fun short hair and a bold red lip, which is something that I don't.
So she'll be doing a bold red lip.
I'm trying to push myself to do. So anyways,
okay, tip number one is how to master the perfect eyebrow.
This can work for drag if you have similar brow situation to what I have, but if I think that this tip, ironically,
she's already got quite thin brows, so you know, my brows are quite thick, and I've got this lot of hair on my brow bone, and I usually have to get rid of this to increase the eye space I have for eye makeup. So I'm just going to block my brows the usual way I do it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've glued down my brows and my sideburns exactly how she does it. And she's got this spoolie trick that she does with her eyebrows.
With glue, I will take my spoolie and comb all the hairs go along.
I don't think I need to do
edge
that, but let's see if that makes any difference.
Clean up that line.
Use this
and then
spoolie,
go down at an angle and clean up that line. So that
she cleans up
is the map
the
of
top
where
and
my
pushes
brows
the hairs down with a spoolie to map out her brow shape. So let's see. That just made my skin a bit raw. Let's just try on this side too. Not sure that did very much. So first I'm just going to powder my brows and my sideburns just to make sure they lay flat. And to give a good nice brow cover, just got to push the powder all the way into the crevices so you have a nice smooth area. I'm just going to clean up the areas that I put my face tapes on. Okay, so it's a nice oil-free, powder-free base for the face tapes. So this is the usual 4-point system. 2 here to pull my eyes back and here to pull my flappy skin up. Putting on the face tapes, there's a whole bunch of trial and error, but you just want to make sure that this one snatches the eye back this way and this one pulls the jaw up this way. So priming my face first with some MAC PREP+PRIME. And now moving on, Gigi is putting on some color correction. So she's basically using orange on the parts where her beard is going to show. I'm quite lucky that I'm a bit of a hairless variety, so I don't need so much color correction, but since she's doing it, I'll do it. I actually did fool around with color correction before. I have this LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's an orange toned concealer. And let's just do what she does. I might as well do the under eyes too, since that kind of is a bit dark. Okay, and she's putting it on with a brush. So I'm just going to use this kind of fluffy brush and just spread this out. So the whole thing about color correcting is that black under the skin reflects the light and looks blue. This is called the Tyndall effect. And using orange, you cancel the blue out so that everything looks neutral again. Okay, I think I might have put a bit too much. She's powdering it with a brush. Powder that, this is set the color correction so it doesn't mix with the foundations. Okay, and now Gigi is putting on her foundation. Looks like she's using Derma Blend, which is a very thick, full coverage foundation. I think of the next best thing, which are these SMASHBOX Studio Skin Full Coverage Foundations. I got these because Tati told me to. She really likes this. It's really full coverage, but it dries on really fast and you don't really need to powder it very much. So I'm going in the lighter shade that I have, which is fair light with warm peach undertones, and I'm just going to squeeze some right here onto my palette. Okay, and just go right in with my damp beauty sponge. Okay, so she's covered the whole face in foundation, which I will do too. And at the same time, she's actually talking about the first time she did drag, so I will do that too. So the first time I actually did drag, the first time I was exposed to drag is actually one of my friends when I was 19 or 20. We visited his house and he had lots of women's clothes and he wanted to put me in women's clothes at the time, and I was like, no. I refused to be put in drag. At the time I was, of course, still finding myself and threatened. My masculinity, I guess, was fragile, so of course I couldn't do it. And it was not until, I think about 5 years ago, where I finally did drag for a friend's birthday party. It was actually my partner's birthday party, and it was a huge party and most people are turning up in drag. So I decided, at the time I was already quite deep into RuPaul's Drag Race, and so I decided to put on a show. And I did my first drag appearance. Where should I put it? Up here. It wasn't great. I think the performance was good. I basically created a mashup of two songs, Xanadu and I've Never Been to Me, and I got one of my friends, a theatre actor called Caleb, and we performed it together and it was quite a big hit. So I think that was my first jolt of excitement doing drag, and I looked busted as hell. I did my own makeup that night and it was really quite bad, but I enjoyed it, and I guess it was downhill since then. I didn't really do drag again I think the next time I did drag after that was about 3 months later when my friend asked me to perform at Riot. So shout out to Becca the Bus. She's one of the most famous drag queens in Singapore, and she has a local night here called Riot, which is a drag show, and I performed. At the time I was really obsessed with Hedwig because I saw New Paris in the Broadway revival, so I performed Wicked Little Town. And also at the time I was obsessed with Smash, of course. Everyone loves Smash. I performed They Just Keep Moving the Line. So I'll put the links up in the cards in case you want to watch those. Okay, so I think I'm done with the base. She's done concealer. She's got a really white concealer and she's using the KVD Lock-It Concealer, which I have exactly. She puts it on the tip of the nose and in the inner corners of the eyes. And the bridge. I'm just going to conceal these areas too because I'm much older. I performed at Riot and that was quite fun too. I mean, I had a great time, but I never really did drag very much again for many years after that. I just kept practicing and I just kept accumulating stuff. I was living in New York City at the time, so I was on Amazon just buying lots of random shit. Most of it is completely unusable because I didn't know what I was doing, so I still have some of the stuff actually. I mean, some of the brushes I still use, some of the really old lip pencils, but yeah, so basically I was just toying with the idea, never really doing very much. Concealed and highlighted.
Drag Race around season 7, and Violet Chachki had a really great big influence on my drag. It really opened my eyes and I just was kind of like, alright, well, I don't know what's gonna happen in between now and...
She's talking about Violet Chachki having a great influence on the drag. Me too, I think Violet Chachki is gorgeous, but her waist is so small, and for a while, after season 7, I thought you could only do drag if you were, you know, super skinny and snatched and everything. So I got really, I mean, you know, body issues. Always thought that you couldn't do drag if you were larger or bigger like me. Until, of course, season 10, where Cameron Michaels came on board, and Cameron Michaels really changed my whole perception of who could do drag. You could still have male muscles and do drag, so that's something that I really appreciated. What's she doing now? Now she's drawing on her brows. And she's using a brow gel, so I will do that too. I have this LA Girl brow pomade. I'm just spreading it onto my palette. Okay, in warm brown. And she starts off her brow She actually uses her own brow, so I can't really do that. Starts off quite low, let's say about there. Her arch isn't around here where I usually have my arch. It's somewhere here, so I'm just going to... I'm just going to use a flat brush using the SMASHBOX just to clean up. Okay, I've got my face tapes on and my brows. These brows look a bit more like Kimora Black's brows. She's got a tip here that says that if you have one eye that you're better at first, do the eye that you're worse at first and then try to match the other side. So today, I think this eye is usually a bit worse. It's my right side. What she's doing here, she's using the Kimchi palette and she's using a very fine brush to map out her crease. Okay, so I've got my Kimchi palette and it seems like she's using a very reddy brown, which I think might be maybe the shade burgundy. Okay, and she's basically drawing the crease and into the wing before blending that out. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly map out the crease. Okay, and as you can see, as I've said in my other videos, I've got this brow bone here that really wants to point my eyes down that way. And what we want to do is point it up that way. So let's just start. Okay, they seem to have skipped quite a lot of steps. She has blended out that burgundy shade with a lighter color. I think it looks like rust. So I'm going to use rust on the Kimchi palette. Just blend that out. Oh wait, start with that lousy eye first. At the same time, she's talking about how drag is something that she can't live without and how obsessed she is with drag. And currently, while we're in lockdown, I find it's the same thing. I really do find that doing this on weekends really helps to center me, and it's a great creative outlet. I wouldn't know what I'd do.
Try and do the eye that you're worse at first. You can spend your time making the better eye look like your worse eye, if that makes sense. So you have some symmetry there and you have a little bit more control.
So I didn't really set my foundation because she didn't. I wonder whether to just cut that out of the video. And she's actually gone ahead and already highlighted underneath the brow, so I'll probably do that too with some of the KVD Beauty. I'm just going to highlight under the brow. It seems like she's using some form of shimmering white, so I'll be using my SUGARPILL Diamond Eyes to set that. Okay, and blend that down into the eye makeup. Okay, and then it seems like she's darkened it with a little bit of brown, so I'm going to use this pencil brush and dipping into Burnt, which is a bit of a darker shade, outer corner of the eye and into the wing. Okay, just to deepen that up and bring that into the crease. And now I'm just going to cut the crease like she does, and she cuts it in quite close here too. Okay, using the P. Louise in Rumor Zero. I'm going to give a nice rounded corner here, and she covers the rest of the whole eye. Lined her under eye with white. I'm going to grab my INGLOT white pencil and line. I've lined my eyes with my NYX eyeliner, and I've added some dimension, some browns and blacks to snatch that up towards the end of the brow on both sides. Okay, and now it seems like they've cut out quite a lot, and she's already gone into blush, and she didn't really contour either. So unfortunately, I don't have the bone structure that she has, so I'm just going to have to contour a little bit. I won't be using such a harsh contour this time, so I'll be using this taupey color from the NYX contour palette, and I'm just going to lightly contour my face. Gigi Goode can get away without contouring so much. She has this very unique bone structure and she plays with androgyny a lot. So I think I still want to go a bit more for the usual Wondersnatch look. I'm just going to contour and bronze also. So with this AOA Studio brush, same color, the taupey shade and the warm shade. I'm going to, because that marries that in with eye makeup. So she's contouring a button nose. So I'm just going to add some contour at the top here, just to give it that button look. How's that? So bronzer goes right above contour. Okay, and right across the bridge of the nose. Bronzer goes where the sun hits. I just need to do this. I just need to snatch the nose a little bit with super white. Okay, and cut under the cheek. So for the lips, she has this thing going on where she draws on the highlight first. Okay, so I'm going to try to do that. Okay, so I've got this white eyeliner gel. Pick some up on a very small angled brush. I think I'm just going to draw an X like a Cupid's bow.
For the quarantine blues is to just wake up and put on an outfit and get ready for the day with nothing to do. You know, when I get...
I've got a Revlon Colorstay lip pencil. This is one of the first things I bought. I think it's from the drugstore in America. I'm going to draw my... Okay, so this goes in the bin too. It's all dried up. I don't really have a lot of really red lipsticks because I usually go with nude, so we're gonna go with this Stila liquid lip. This is really red. I'm scared. I'm gonna use a lip brush just to clean that up. Okay, I've done my lips, contoured it a bit, and also I put on my blush like she did, and I put some glitter in my eyes. I'm gonna fix my face. Okay, and I'm gonna pop on a wig and come back with a final look. Alright, I'm back! I guess I do look a little bit like Madonna, so I guess Gigi Goode did do a pretty good tutorial there, but I look nothing like Gigi Goode. But I hope you like this look anyway, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with your friends to show them this crazy drag queen in Singapore. Alright, so follow me on Instagram. I've got my page up here at Wondersnatch, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye! Cue the montage!